It's 12:08 a.m. I've been sitting here since about 7 a.m. Why not start another repair? It's midnight. Plus, I have a pretty bad sinus infection. Just got a tooth extracted, and tomorrow is the last day of school, so you got to get them done while you can. I've been training Katrina all day long, and now it's my time to actually fix stuff. So let's try to fix Madeline's phone. All right, so this one is my iPhone 6 was submerged in water very briefly, maybe 1 second. I took it to a couple of repair places locally. One didn't do anything other than swap out the charge port and the battery to see if it fixed it, and it clearly did not, she says. The second place was a little more thorough, and this is what they told me they did. They took off the shields, and there was lots of corrosion around the charging port area under the shield. Ran through ultrasonic cleaner twice, pulls no power. They were not able to recover the data, but recommended that I contact iPad Rehab. I do not expect a repaired phone. I've already replaced it, just hoping to get my photos and videos back. Well, let's see what we can do. So this one, I looked at it, and it has no shields on it, and I took out these screws, and that's pretty much it. So let's see if we can do a midnight recovery. I've been killing myself on a video that I am planning to show you guys on my amazing smash balls technique for the iPhone XS. And I have to edit that video, but it's pretty fun. A couple of these XS's have really been killing me though. All right, so let's take a look under the microscope before we start. So get rid of the hand cam, and here it is. All right, so let's see. What do we have here? Alrighty. Notification gang. Hello from Costa Rica. I can see chat. Hi, chat buddies. All right. My boss is finally looking at setting me up for class. What's the difference between basic and advanced? Basic is 5 days, and advanced is the plus Android one. If we're doing one of those, I would recommend that, because the 7 days is a lot more relaxed than the 5 days. Getting the extra 2 days to practice really makes a difference, I think. We just did one of those. I think there's another one in, I'm not sure, September maybe. All right, so looking at this board, we can see not a lot of corrosion. Shields are gone. Let's look around here for any shield removal damage. Looks okay. I don't know what they're talking about, a lot of corrosion around the charge port. Here's the charge port. Hello, any corrosion? No. What about in there? Are you sure this phone even got wet? Oh, heavens. I don't see any water anywhere. Nope, no water. You know, 1 second really is short enough that you're not even sure that water even got to the board. So I don't know what's going to be wrong with this one. Let's flip it over. Maybe it was a dumb idea to do a midnight stream. Here's our buddy C5202, the hotspot, and he looks totally fine. Not bothered in any way. All right, is that corrosion? I don't think so. I don't know what this plastic melty stuff is. I don't think that's water. I don't see any water. No water, no water. What is going to be wrong with this phone? Did it even get wet? Uh-huh. All right, I see something that's not normal. Do you? What in this picture? What in this picture is not supposed to be there? Let's see if you guys can tell. Let's see. They ultrasonicked 2 times. Looks good. Yeah, looks good. Maybe it's totally fine. I bet it doesn't have anything wrong with it. MOSFET. Way to go, Anne. Except MOFET. Close enough. Solder blob by Tigress. Yes, that's not cool. Let's look on an angle. I see a little bit of a spooge there. That is not normal, and I don't really know how that that's not something that can happen. That is only done by fairies and magic. I mean, how does that just happen? Answer: it doesn't. I really have no explanation for how you can do that other than you lifted this up, and I don't know. I mean, it can't even cause a real problem because those guys are supposed to talk to each other anyway. So it's kind of a weird finding. I'm not really sure what to make of that. I don't know how you come to be like that. Maybe you guys know. All right, let's keep looking around. And I also don't know what's up with the extensive corrosion at the charge port. Okay, here we go. Here's some water damage. Finally, water was on this phone. Yep, we got some really ugly looking stuff going on here by speaker amp, but that's pretty much it. Very weird though. How did this come to be like this? What do you guys think? All right, take off the MOSFET and solder VCC and battery together. Well, I don't need to do that. It did it by itself. It already is. Okay, so the only thing I can think of is that somebody just like touched it when it was hot. I have no idea. All right, let's go ahead and move on to electrical exam. So let's get out the good old trust-based DC power supply, and you guys can trust me when I tell you what it says. So far, it says 4.2 volts. That's just the push pressure of voltage into the phone. Now, let's connect that 4.2 volts to this board and see if it goes to 0. I hear a fan. Fan is good. Fan means there is a short circuit and this sucker needs to cool himself down, so he turned on his fan. I'm really liking this DC power supply because of that fan. It's like you can hear whether or not there's a short. And it sounds great, doesn't it? Everybody loves a nice fat VCC main. Can you guys hear that? The delicious sound of the fan on the DC power supply. Nothing better than that at midnight. All right, so there is going to likely be a battery or VCC main short. So let's find out which one it is. We're gonna find any spot on VCC main, like our one of our favorites. Here's my favorite, C1217. He's my favorite VCC main cap in the iPhone 6. And he says the diode mode reading is 0.001. That means there is a short on VCC main. What power supply is it? It's the Tech power supply, available at iPad Rehab Supply. All right, so now where is it? I think it would be fun to see whether or not, I really don't know where there's gonna be a VCC main short, because all of this stuff, where the only place where there's corrosion, none of that is main as far as I can remember. I haven't worked on a 6 for a while, but that's all battery and speaker amp stuff. So the sound of money is that fan. Yes, it is. I'm gonna guess, if I had to guess where is the VCC main short, I'm gonna say it's here at Tigris, just because it can't be at the MOSFET and something happened here. Some kind of monkey business was going on, I guess. All right, so let's see. Let's, for fun, see what, we haven't used freeze spray in a long time. Let's see, does freeze spray melt Tigris before the MOSFET? Let's find out. That could be fun. All right, I'm gonna unplug my DC power and cough in the microphone a little bit, just to wake everybody up, because it's midnight. Great time to start another repair after a long day of fixing stuff. I have to do all of the audio IC now that Gene has retired. Can you believe the nerve of Gene? All right, here we go. What is gonna melt? Up there? What? Here, let's spray this sucker down. Let's see what's going on. What is going on? Let's look at this whole board now. What is going on? We have 4.2 volts. Oh, look at that. The only thing that's melting is the battery connector itself. So we're going to say nothing is getting significantly hot. And I think that's a really important finding here. Why is nothing getting seriously hot? Let's do it again. Ready? Now let's really look. Let's really give it a fair chance. I hear that fan shortening to shortening. Where is it? What is getting hot? Nothing is getting hot. Nothing, nothing, nothing. The only thing that's getting hot is over here, which is really just the opposite side of the actual battery connector. So why would that be? Let's think about it. What is it? What's the reason that something actually gets hot to begin with? Is it because somewhere the short circuit, the thing that's gone bad, is a thin little wire where ground is touching main, a thin wire? And therefore, it's this point of high resistance and it gets really, really hot. Yes. Versus, what if you had two big fat wires? Then they don't really get hot. Just like a big fat gauge wire in your wall doesn't really get hot. But if you swap it out for a really thin one, it will. So that tells us that probably our VCC main short is somewhere where you've got a big fat blob touching another big fat blob. So it's not any kind of like thin little thing. All right, so what's that going to be? I'm going to go with back to this giant thing right here. All right, you got a big old blob of solder there. I don't know how that happened, but I'm going to guess that if it looks like that under the MOSFET, which doesn't have any ground, so it can't be the cause of our short, that maybe that solder possibly got squeezed out from Tigris, which does have a big line of main and a big line of battery. So let's do that. There is a crack. Oh my God. What crack? I don't see no crack. What you talking about? All right, so we're going to guess that we're going to go with the idea that we're just going to see if we can fix this real quick. Let's eliminate all possible variables and just go home. How does that sound? It sounds great to me because it is now 12:20 and this is still not fixed. Oh, heavens. All right, let's see. Tried replacing audio IC on an iPhone 7 and now the other side gets hot. I do not know why. Troubleshoot and figure it out. All right, so we are going to just take off both the MOSFET. I really don't like to take off the MOSFET anymore. I try not to do that. There's no need to. But on this one, we will. We're going to do an investigation. I think that was from the British office. Investigation. Alright, so I'm going to hold this up so the board can drop away so that we can really see what's up with that solder blob under there. Look at that. Cray, cray, cray. Alright, so now, I still don't know where that came from. See how it doesn't, it's really unclear if that's just sort of the solder balls that were there. Alright, now we're going to do the same thing here at our buddy Tigris. I'm going to hold the board up so that when it drops away, we can really see what was going on under it. Still kind of an unlikely, whoa! Ha! There we go! Look at that! What were we just saying about giant big fat wire and giant big fat wire? There you go, folks. And that's why you can't kind of like see hot, change hot. Not all shorts are gonna get hot. Tigris was not hot. Tigris was absolutely not hot. Rewind. Remember, Tigris was not hot. What was hot? The battery connector. Why was Tigris not hot? And why was the MOSFET not hot? Because there's just a big fat wire here. If you take your DC power supply and you put a thin little hair-like wire to connect positive to ground, what's going to happen? The thin wire burns up. But what happens if you put a big fat piece of metal there? Nothing happens. What gets hot? This thin wire. Big fat metal in the board doesn't get hot. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Look at that. That's like pretty impressive. I kind of want to like go back and just say, you know, who dropped like a tweezer on you and caused all this nonsense? All right. I really don't even know, like when you're taking off the shield, How did that come to be? All right, nevertheless, now we're on a faster road to get home. In fact, I should have just left that blob there on the MOSFET. That would have been cool. All right, let's see. Does that mean our VCC main short is gone? Let's find out. All righty. All right. Tigris managed charge permission. No, man. I was so psyched when your answers earlier, but no, Tigris doesn't get hot. Tigris does not manage charge permission. Heavens. All right. Can't be leading us wrong. And all right, let's go back and see what's up with VCC main. Ah, the beautiful sound of quiet. You hear that? Listen. The beautiful sound of 0.322. Boom! VCC main is back in biz. Now, I'm pretty sure that Tigris these days is needed to maintain a USB connection for data recovery, so we're going to have to come up with one. Where am I going to find a Tigris? Is this Tigris? This might be Tigris. I might have one left. Let's see. Are you Tigris? Are you a Tigri? Let's find out. I did get trolled for a long time on some bum Tigri. Is that the plural of Tigris? Tigri? Or is it Tigrises? Bunch of Tigrises out of China that I'm like, why are all of these Tigris jobs, why am I messing up so bad? What is going on? And it turns out that they need to say, like this one does, SN. See that? SN. The one I had said PN. And guess what? PN Tigrises are crap. Don't ever put a PN Tigris and expect it to do its job. Who can tell me, so that I don't have to be bothered to look up a schematic, is this where the dot goes on the iPhone 6 Tigris? I feel like it is, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to go with it is. If I'm wrong, tell me. Tell me really, really quick. Alrighty. What phone is that? This is an iPhone 6, a good old iPhone 6. So let's stick this, let's just see if we're right. Hopefully chat will help me out if I'm on the wrong path. SN for serial number versus PN for part number. I have no idea. One of them said SN in the number printed on the chip, and another one said PN, like it was a slightly different version. I don't know. Guy from China said no, totally equivalent. That was like a terrible Chinese accent. I don't really have a good Chinese accent, although I did hang out with Mr. Frank for a long time, so I can say things like it's not so good, and push-ups, and you listen me, and all sorts of other great Frankisms from Masterclass, which was super fun. I got it's upside down from the upright ZXW position, so correct. What? And I got another, it goes the other way, and I got another looks correct. I'm going to trust Joe. He would not lead me wrong. I just know it. Plus, I feel like there's no way it goes the other way. It's totally this way. All right, let's get it on there. No, don't go wrong. There. See, now that's how you get in some Tigris trouble. Get too big of a slide like that one just had. Well, we'll see. That could very well have recreated the exact same problem that I'm trying to solve. And now, because it is now 12:27, oh my goodness, and we still don't have this one fixed, we are going to jump the MOSFET, jump the MOSFET, do 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 do, jump the MOSFET. Jump the MOSFET. Yes, so I really don't even remember which one of these is the gate. So as long as we stay away from the gate, then we can jump across. So I am just going to hardwire the MOSFET. But let's see. Yeah, there we go. Close enough. And now, let's see. Let's check to see, did I just grow back my VCC main short? I hope not. Let's find out. Let's listen for the beautiful sound of quiet. Ah, the beautiful sound of quiet. Okay, and now let's see what happens. Let's see if we can make old Maddie's phone turn on so she can get all her pictures back. And we can put this in the ready to recover pile so that the front team has something to do in the morning. And if they have something to do, then they're going to ask me like less questions. So it's going to be a huge win. Maybe I can actually get some stuff done. Give me all your tips, chat. I'm counting on you. I need all of your tips. How to train complete and utter noobs who have never opened an iPhone. Give me your training tips and tricks. Lay it on me, because I need to train an intern plus our new hire Katrina tomorrow to do basic old screen replacements, which is really not my forte. Actually, one thing I did learn this year is that forte is not a thing. It's fort. It's not my fort. That sounds incredibly lame. I don't think I can even say it. All right, let's connect. So here we are. We're going to connect this to our battery. Oh, I have a short. God damn it. That means my Tigris is bad and I have a short on battery VCC. Let's check. As we just checked main. Oh, I knew that Tigris was too jumpy. All right, so let's just confirm that so we know what's going on. I think that we are okay on main, but my Tigris is bridging battery to ground. Let's check. My Tigris is a bad job. Yeah, main's okay. And let's check on battery. Oh, 320. That seems like it's kind of low, but yeah, 320, that's like... Well, you know what else it could be? Speaker amp. That's probably what it is. Maybe my Tigris is okay. Yeah. Speaker! Goodbye, sweet speaker. You almost had me take off my beautiful professional Tigris job. How dare you? Alright, let's get this all taken off while I check in and see what you got, how you guys are gonna... Who's coming over to help me train Katrina? Who is gonna come on over? iFixit guide, some shop phones. Let's see. The iPhone 4, that's probably a good one. Pro tip, don't damage the fingerprint reader. Yep. I hope she can answer my question. I don't know what your question is, Chocolat. Ooh, every time they take too long and make a mistake, play Russian roulette. Like real Russian roulette, or is there like some kind of like fun little repair Russian roulette that I just don't know about? Do tell. Let's continue to take off this cap without looking at it while I read chat. Speaker amp has corrosion under it. Yes, it does. Alright, goodbye, sweet speaker amp. I barely knew you. We're going to eliminate all variables here in the speaker amp area so that I can go to bed. Because I'm pretty sure that in just a few short hours, it will be my last time of the year to get kids on the bus on time. Alright, let's see. If Apple goes bankrupt, will you fire employees? Probably not. I'm just asking because my PhD is on small business health and the smartphone IT market, and I'm collecting info for my study. I'll fire people if they are not effective. I will fire people if it doesn't make business sense to keep them on my team. But it's kind of my job to make sure that we can pivot and find other stuff to do and be creative, and there's all sorts of directions that we could move into. So if Apple went away, we would do other stuff. We keep really lean and small around here, so I doubt that we'd be firing anybody, but who knows? We certainly would do that. If your kids are still on the bus at midnight, you're doing something wrong. I don't know that they're not. Is that bad? All right, so now let's go back and check our speaker amp All right, well, speaker amp's not there anymore. And let's see what's going on everywhere else. All right, let's see what happens. Let's just see if we had a speaker boost short, which is another, you know, kind of super common thing. Let's see if I plug in my good old DC power supply. Man, I need to take some antibiotics. The sound of quiet. Look at that. 4.2 volts going in and just chilling, chillaxing, hanging out, cooling, doing nothing. Let's stick a screen on this mofo and see if we can move Maddie's phone to the Ready to Recover extraction team, which would be super awesome. I do kind of wonder. There's so many different things that are fun to do, but I feel like we have tons of ideas all the time. One of my husband's things, like up in the front, I should bring them out and put them on stream, are his artisanal paint by numbers, which are pretty fun. All right, let's see. Let's go full Monty. Let's actually get a battery and a dock. Why not? Let's see. Can we actually get Maddie's phone to boot up? And this one will be a lesson on some shorts like it hot. Some shorts do not. Give me a funny title. I need to retitle this stream to something other than should we start a new job at midnight? Give me a title. Something about shorts not being hot all the time. Let's see. Oh, all right, plug it in. Box of lizards. Yes, my lizard box right over there. I've been meaning to get to my lizard box video. All right, let's find out. This will be funny because I can not see anything because that's where the chat is. All right, and now let's see what happens. Insomnia versus Apple. Burning the midnight oil. The spider blob. I kind of like that. Yes. Let's see what happens. If nothing happens. Ready, prompt to boot. Show me an Apple logo. Yeah! I see an Apple logo, but will it boot? Never get excited by the Apple logo. In fact, with the Apple logo, just try to act cool. Just kind of, you know, expect it to fail. That way you won't be disappointed when it starts to boot loop and it ends up with error 26. Like the last one I did. Just because you're short doesn't mean you're hot. Ooh, I like it, Brian. Thank you so much. That's going to be it. Just because you're short. Yeah, that's really funny. All right. Yay, fan spin. Woohoo. Shorts after miss. The MOSFET was not hot. Yes. Ooh, did you hear that? It was the sweet sound of USB detection, which means this phone has been in the drawer for a long time, Maddie, because it should have USB restriction if it's on iOS 12 or even iOS 11.4, I think. So it's been a while here on Maddie's phone. So I'm glad that she found her way to it. 90% of the time it boots. Hopefully we have a good passcode, then celebrate. Yes! Yes, better have a good passcode. All right, so it did boot. Hooray! Do we have touch? Yes. Do we have passcode? She has a 6-digit passcode listed, and we have touch. Let's see. I'm going to find out if this is actually going to work. Oh, look at that. It's a good. Yes, it's a great omen. All right, I'm going to enter her passcode in secretly so that you guys can't come over here, hijack John, our USPS guy, beat him up, and take the box that has Maddie's phone in it and enter in her passcode that you got off of the stream. You can't do that now because I have hidden it from you. All right, there you go. All right, now I'm sure Maddie won't mind if you look at her boring lock screen because Maddie's passcode was correct and we have trust, which means I can take this phone and put it in the ready to recover pile to give the front team something to do while I teach Katrina and Anna, in theory, how to change iPhone screens. So that is it. And I think this one taught us a really cool lesson, which is don't kill yourself looking for heat. Don't make every phone with a short on it have to get hot. You know, don't bust out your thermal camera and decide, oh, the battery connector's bad or anything like that, because not every short actually generates heat. And in fact, it's the big shorts, the big old, big ass, honking giant shorts that actually don't get hot, like this one right here. So this was a cool one, and I'll see you guys next time.